Happy Friday, gorgeous souls, and welcome to, I guess, Friday Night Live? Because it is Friday and I'm here with another class. Thank you so much for riding with me, and I'm so grateful for you who are watching the replay of this video on YouTube. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to get into it tonight, and I am sharing 10 ways to affirm the life that you desire. 10 ways to affirm the life that you desire. And as you know, and as you can see, this is my sacred space. I'm really big on affirmations. The reason why is because for a very long time, I still am. I'm very quiet by nature. I don't talk much, but I remember going through a tough time in my life, and I believe I shared this last week where, I was actually going through physically, and I would listen to all of the negative voices inside of my head telling me what I can't be, what I can't do, what I would never be, what I would never do, what I would never have. And I went to church one day and I heard the pastor say, he was talking about, confessing and using your words. And he said, heaven is waiting for you to open your mouth. And that changed my life. And I went home from church still having the pain in my body, still having those thoughts that come up. But I started opening my mouth and I started saying things, affirming what my life would be and not what I was hearing that my life would be. And so that really changed my life. And so I am really big on affirmations, always have been. Hello, thank you, Marissa, for joining. I've always been big on affirmations. And so I want to share with you 10 ways that you can affirm the life that you desire. And it is possible. It is possible to use your words to create your world. It is so possible. So let's get into it. The first way that you are going to affirm the life that you desire is you have to get clear on what you desire. You have to get clear on what you desire. I have this thing where I personally believe that there's a difference between want and a desire. When you want something, that means that you are not connected with it. But when you desire something, I believe that desire comes from deep within, and it is something that is connected with you. So wanting is out there, but desire comes from in here. Wanting comes from the outside. Desire comes from the inside. So you have to get clear on what you desire. And the way you do that is you ask yourself, what do I desire? What do I desire? Close your eyes and go within. Turn off the outside world and ask yourself, what do I desire? What do I really desire? And, again, don't go by what people have told you that you should have. Don't go by what society says or what religion says or what your parents or grandparents or family or whoever else says. Go within and find out what you really desire for yourself. And once you learn that and once you are clear on that, then you go and you start to affirm the things that you desire for yourself. Which leads to number 2. You want to start affirming. And how you do that, you say your affirmations in present tense. Say your affirmations in present tense. That's number 2. You cannot affirm, I am going to, because what you're doing is you're putting that desire in a space and time that is outside of you. When you start speaking your desires, you have to tell yourself or speak those affirmations as if it is already done, as if it is already, like you're already living in it, you're already manifesting it, that it is already a part of your life. What you're doing there is you are doing auto-suggestion. And what that means is you are telling yourself something and you are reprogramming your own subconscious mind. And as you reprogram your own subconscious mind, what you'll find is you'll start to see life start to pull together the thing that you desire and start making that thing happen for your life. Now, here's the thing. When you speak, it's going to shift your belief system. That's why you have to speak it as if it is already so. And I'm going to talk about beliefs in just a moment. Number 3 is you want to be very intentional with what you affirm. In other words, be clear on the purpose in which you are affirming whatever it is that you are affirming. Be very intentional. And this is why you have to go within to ask yourself, what do I desire? Not what does, what do I, when I look at other people's lives and I see what they have, do I desire that because they have it? Or do I desire it because is really something that I am supposed to live in and manifest and express even in my life? So that is number 3, is you want to be very intentional with what you affirm. Here's the thing about my affirmations. Like I've had this wall for years, and I take some down and I put some up, but I'm very intentional. These are not random affirmations or random words that I have here. They are words that I put on here that speaks to a certain part of my life that I am either manifesting, or that I need to build my belief system in so that I can manifest. So these are some of my belief statements. When I started this particular wall in this new space, a couple of years ago, I started with all belief statements. I was very intentional on building my beliefs around who I am as a child of God, but also build my belief system on what I could have and what I could manifest for myself. And then the other affirmations are specific things that I desire, that I am seeing coming to fruition in my life. So be very intentional on what you desire. That is number 3. Number 4 is what I just said. Affirm your own desires and not someone else's. Affirm your own desires and not someone else's. We talked about this a couple of times here on this live about comparing yourself to others. And it's so easy to do that now, that because we have so much that we scroll and we see people, doing their thing, and even maybe people in your life doing their thing. And so you can get caught up in comparing yourself to others, but you can also get caught up in desiring what someone else have. And so you have to make sure that you are affirming your own desires and not the desires of someone else. That is number 4. Number 5 is you want to affirm the details. You want to be very specific. Be very specific. And when I say very specific, I want to kind of do a little, I want to say sidebar on this, because in being specific, I want you to be specific. So I always give this example. So instead of saying, I want a house, you want to say, I want a 4-bedroom ranch style house that's brick, that's in specific neighborhood, 2-car garage that has, granite countertops with, stainless steel appliances, that the master bedroom has, a vaulted ceiling with a chandelier and bay windows. You want to be very specific. Now, here's the thing. I want you to say at least before you go with the specifics, because what the at least does is it opens it up to the universe, God, to give you all of that and then some. So you want to just keep it open for more, but be very specific with the things that you affirm. Because if you just say I want a house, you'll get a house. You may get a house. It may not be the house that you really desire. It may not be the house that you would be fulfilled in. So be very specific, but in being specific, begin that with at least. So if you're wanting to make a certain amount of money, instead of saying I make, $5,000 a week, then I make at least $5,000 a week. Whatever it is, just put that at least in front of it, but be specific after the at least. So that is number 5 or 4. Let me go back to my notes here. It's almost about to get my password. So that is number 4. Number 5, affirm the details and be very specific. Number 6 is you want to speak with full confidence and beliefs. Here's the thing: when you have confidence and you speak with belief, what you're doing is you're getting the attention of that desire that you have. Because here's the thing: there's this saying, "What I want wants me." I like to say, "What I desire desires me," and so that thing desires you too. And when you speak with confidence, when you speak with boldness and assurance, you get its attention, and you call it and draw it to you. If you're very passive in your words, and I used to be very timid in my words and just speak and just say things. But now when it comes to my affirmations, I speak my affirmations with boldness and confidence, because number one, I know who I am. I know whose I am. Number three, I know I deserve it. I know I deserve everything that I ask for. And that was actually an affirmation that I had on my wall for a very long time: is I deserve everything that I ask for. I deserve everything that I ask for. I deserve everything that I ask for. And it's now an embedded belief, because that's what happens when you start to affirm what you desire. You begin to shift your belief system around that, especially if you're speaking it in the now. Like I said, that's a really vital key to saying your affirmations. But as you're speaking your affirmations and you're speaking them in the now, what you're doing is you are shifting your belief system, and you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe that you have that thing. What I like to say about believe, that word believe is, you can break it down to be and live, because what you believe, you will be it and you will live it. So speak with confidence. Speak as if you have the authority, because guess what? You have the authority. God has given you the authority, the authorship, to create the story of your life, to create the narrative of your life. So speak with authority. Just like a person write a book. I've written 3 books, and I have the authority to share that information. I know the information. It came from me, and it is manifested in material form in a paperback book. But I am the author, and because I am the author, I know that I can confidently speak on what's in the pages. The same thing with your life. When you know that you are the author, you can confidently call those things into your life that you know are yours by divine right. Because guess what? If you desire them, they are yours by divine right. So that is number 6, is speak with confidence and belief. Here's the thing though. When you speak it, it's going to change your belief. So even if you don't believe it, let me say that too. Because even if you don't believe it, keep speaking it as if it is already so. Because you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. And what's going to happen is, as you are affirming as if it's already so, you're going to hear the inner critic saying, nope, that's not it. That's not going to happen to you. You'll never be, you never do, you never have, and all of that. But you have to override that. Consider this. Think about if you drink milk out of a glass and you drink it all the way, and then you put that glass under the faucet and you pour clear water in it. For a lot of most of the until the glass is full, the water will be cloudy because it has the residue of what was in the glass. Just like when you start to say your affirmations, you're pouring in that clear water. That's pouring in your affirmations. You speaking those affirmations for a long time, you're going to hear those negative voices. That's the residue of what's already within you. But the more you pour that clear water, the clearer the glass will become. And that's the same way with your affirmations. The clearer your processes, your thought processes, and your subconscious and your conscious mind will become, and those voices, that naysaying voice within you, the inner critic, will start to dissipate and die down and go away. And even in that, you'll start to see yourself having, and things start to work in your favor, and things start to come together for for the manifestation of whatever it is that you are desiring. So continue to speak those things and be confident in what you say. One of the things that I like to say, and this comes from what God himself said, my word shall not return to me void. My word shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish everything that I send it out to accomplish. Scripture tells us that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and we should have the fruit of. So whatever you are speaking, you're going to eat the fruit of it, whether it is life or whether it is death, meaning that it is words that goes against what God desires for you and I both to have. So that is number 6. Number 7, you want to affirm repetitively. Affirm repetitively. It's one thing to say your affirmations one time and you have the feeling and you feel good and you saying your affirmations and all of that. But if you say it one time, that one time is not enough. Think about that water. You don't just pour a little bit of water in the glass that has the milk residue thinking that it's going to be clean. No, what you do is you keep pouring that water and pouring that water and pouring that water until that milk residue has gotten over and out of the glass. And so the same thing with your affirmations. You're going to repeat those affirmations. Say them every single day. If you are driving in your car, say your affirmation. And you don't have to have like a whole bunch of affirmations like these. Some of these I used to say every single day. Now some of these I don't say every single day. And the reason why is because they have already been embedded. As a matter of fact, when they get embedded like that, I usually take them down. So some of these I need to take down. But what I mean by that is you want to just pick 2 or 3 affirmations, and you want to say those affirmations over and 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 over repetitively. Say them repetitively. You can't just say it one time, just oh, I manifested it. You have to, because what you're doing is you're reprogramming yourself. You're reprogramming your life for the thing that you want. And I always like to say this, your voice that you speak out of your body and over your life has the perfect pitch, the perfect tone, the perfect everything for your life. You are the authoritative voice over your life. And by what I mean by that is in this realm right now, the words that you say about you, to you, for you, on behalf of you, is the authority in your life. So when you are affirming, affirm repetitively. Repeat it over and over and over again. Say it until you see it, or say it until you are so certain that you have a knowing. A lot of my belief statements came after so long. I got this message. I actually shared it in my free coaching group called Expired Beliefs, because at some point your beliefs should expire and it should be a knowing. So I no longer believe, I know. So what I did here is I came back and I scratched out I believe to I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. And now that I know it and don't accept anything less than that, then now it's time for me to just remove some of these and replace them with new affirmations. But again, be very intentional on what you affirm. Number 8 is you want to feel good and have fun saying your affirmations. I do this guided affirmations inside of my inner work university. And in that, we do that on every Wednesday morning. And in that, although I tell the ladies I'm saying the affirmation, I encourage you to sing it, cheer it, to shout it if you want to. Put some fun into it. Like, you are creating your whole life. If you say your affirmations and you're sounding sad, or you're sounding distraught, or you're sounding whatever, it creates a feeling within you But if you say your affirmations with authority, but you also cheer or you're also having fun when you're saying your affirmations, I even encourage the ladies that if you want to stretch, if you want to dance, if you want to just move your body while you're saying your affirmations, do that, because it is so necessary, because you are really shifting the atmosphere surrounding your life, and you are moving your life into new realms and new dimensions. So as you use your words, make sure that you're having fun with this. Make sure that you are feeling good when you say your affirmations. My coach always says that feeling good is synonymous to feeling God. So you want to feel God as you're saying your affirmations. And that's one of the things that I like to do. Hi, Narissa. Thank you for joining. And then number 9 is you want to deal with the doubt. Deal with the doubt. Because like I said, when you start to affirm, what you're doing is you are uprooting all of the things that you become acclimated to. You are uprooting so much of the negativity in your life. You are uprooting how you used to live and the way you used to believe. And so the more you say your affirmations, what you're doing is you are shaking that doubt up. And that doubt is healthy. I'm going to say that because what you're doing is, and the reason why I call it healthy is because what you're doing is, if you feel the doubt, that means that you're agitating something. And so the more you say those words of affirmations, the more you say, I can, or I am, and I am living, and I am being, and I have, and I am, the more you do that, that doubt is going to show up, but that doubt shows up to show you what you're doing right. So continue to use your words to affirm, continue. And as you're dealing with the doubt, what you're doing is you are planting new beliefs in your heart and in your mind. Scripture says, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. As you think in your heart, so are you. But the only way that you can do that is to reprogram your mind, reprogram yourself, and believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can be, you can do, you can have whatever it is that you affirm for yourself. That's how you're going to deal with the doubt. You're going to face it head on. When the doubt comes, you're going to tell the doubt, no, this is what my life is. This is who I am. This is who God has called me to be. This is, I shall live and not die. I shared the story, like I said last week, about being in pain and just hearing those voices. You're never going to get up out of this bed. You're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. You're going to not have a good quality of life. And I opened my mouth, and the first thing that I would say was, that's not true. That was the first thing I could say was, that's not true. And then I started saying, well, wait. I shall live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. I shall live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. And this was me going to specialists upon specialists upon specialists upon specialists who said, there is nothing we can do for you. So hearing them planted that doubt. But then the pastor said, heaven is waiting for me to open my mouth. So then I started opening my mouth, and I still heard the doubt. The doubt would come up. But I would always say, no, I shall live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. I shall live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. That's not true. And then I started saying, I am healed, healthy, happy, and whole. I am healed, healthy, happy, and whole. I am healed, healthy, happy, and whole. And that was, 12 years ago, 2008? So yeah, 12 years ago. And I'm still here. And I have a great quality of life. So you have to combat the doubt with your words. That's how you deal with the doubt, by using your words to affirm who you know God has called you to be, who you know God has told you that you are. And then the last one is you want to give thanks that it is already so. I give thanks that it is already so. I have that on my wall. I give thanks that it is already so, and so it is. I give thanks that it is already so, and so it is. Because what you're doing, think about it. my grands, they're my nephew's daughters, but I call them my grands. But if I promise them something, the oldest one, she's going to thank me until it manifests. I can tell her that I'm going to do it 2 months from now. Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's going to thank me. And what that does is that gets my attention, and it makes me even more intentional that I'm going to make sure that she has this thing that I promised her. So when you start giving thanks to God, I always say this, that gratitude gets God's attention. Gratitude gets God's attention. Start being grateful, even in the midst of a storm. I am in the midst of something right now that's bigger than I've ever been through in a long time. And it's like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Well, I stopped saying I don't know what I'm supposed to do. My new affirmation is God is my answer. And God knows what to do. But I said all that to say that I am very intentional with being grateful and just giving gratitude. An organization helped me recently. And I sent them a thank you card. And the lady called me yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. She was like, I just wanted to say thank you because out of all the people that we've ever helped, we've never gotten a thank you note. And I'm like, what? Really? Like, you're doing something for me. I'm going through something that's very unprecedented for myself and in my life. And your help really helped me. So thank you, But we have to understand that gratitude is so powerful. Gratitude will change the trajectory of your life. Gratitude, just start being grateful. If you can't affirm anything, be grateful for it. Be grateful for the life that you want. And I say it want. Be grateful for the life that you desire. Say thank you for it. If you can't say I see it, if you can't think it, if you can't affirm it, just say, I thank you, God, for that house. I thank you, God, for that marriage. I thank you, God, for that relationship that you've healed in my life. I thank you for healing in my body. Start saying thank you. Start saying thank you. Give thanks that it is already so, because in God, it's already so. If he gave you that desire, it's already so. It's just a matter of you reconditioning and reprogramming yourself to have that thing or to manifest that thing in your life. So really quickly, I'm going to give you the 10 ways to affirm the life that you desire one more time for those of you who are taking notes. And that is, number 1, get clear on what you desire. Notice I said desire, not want. Number 2 is say your affirmations in the present tense. Say it as if it is happening now. Number 3, be very intentional with what you affirm. Number 4 is affirm your own desires, not someone else's, not Big Mama's, not your cousins, not your girlfriends. Affirm your own desires. Number 5 is affirm the details, be very specific. But here's the thing, the key to that is put the words at least before the details. So at least, a 4-bedroom, whatever, or at least this type of marriage or this type of relationship, and open it up for the Spirit of God to give you even more. And then number 6 is speak with full confidence and belief. Number 7 is affirm repeatedly. Number 8 is feel good and have fun with saying your affirmations. Number 9 is deal with the doubt. And number 10 is give thanks that it is already so. Give thanks that it is already so, because guess what? It is already so. And what God is doing is God is getting you ready for it. So the more you affirm, the more you shift and change your belief system, the more you, like I talked about the glass of milk, the residue, the more you pour in that clear words of affirmations, then what's going to happen is you're going to embed that new belief system in your life. So with that, I wanted to share with you my Gorgeous Soul workbook. And in my Gorgeous Soul life coaching workbook, we have some affirmations. So it is affirmation statements. And I'm going to just give you some. And this is how you start your affirmations. Remember, I said speak it now as if it is already so. So I think. What are you thinking? I believe. I expect. I accept. I create. I receive. I enjoy. I give. I love. I feel. I have. I see. Write that down. Write those things down. That's how you start your affirmations. Not with I am going to, or I might, or one day I will. No, speak it as if it is happening now. So this is my Gorgeous Soul life coaching workbook, and I am actually so excited to announce that today I opened up enrollment for my Gorgeous Soul program. It is a 10-week program that starts January 1st, and in that we are going to talk about so many aspects, and one of the classes is actually affirming your gorgeous life. Like, we are going to really get into this work even deeper and talk about how to affirm your gorgeous life. So with that program is going to start in January. The enrollment actually opened up today, and I'm only accepting 25 people into this program. So if you want to get in on it, then go ahead and you can register by clicking the link in my bio and clicking the Gorgeous Soul program, and just follow the instructions. But you will get a copy of this workbook. This workbook is filled with so many activities, and so we're going to do these together over a 10-week span. But with that, again, click the link in my bio. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm going to go through the comments. West Africa, the Gambia, or is it Gambia or Gambia? Gambia. So thank you so much for joining, West Africa. Hey, Miss Life Coach Narissa, thank you so much for joining me. That means so much to me to have you here. Thank you. Yes, words have the power of life and death. Absolutely. And we will have the fruit of every word that we speak. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. God, yes, and God is my answer. I stopped saying, I used to always say this. You know, God, I don't know what to do. God, I'm trying, but I just don't know how to get to my, to get to it or do it or whatever. And it was actually Angel. She said, stop saying you don't know. And she did an actual morning meditation around this. And after that, I just started saying, God, you are my answer. God, you are my answer. God, you are my answer. So I do know what to do, because God, you are my answer. And I'm connected with you. So if you are my answer, then I'm connected with the answer. I know what to do. I know what to do. And so that's my affirmation. Now, as opposed to saying, I don't know what to do. And I just trust that God leads me to my answer. Whatever the answer is, that God is the answer, but also God leads me to the manifestation of the thing that I am desiring. So that's that. Thank you so much for joining me. And so that concludes the actual class part. And I usually like to hang out. So before I get to the hangout section of my lives, I want to just end by, for anyone who needs to leave, by saying this, that you are the work of God. God's work is wholly lovable and wholly loving. Know that, believe that, allow yourself to soak that in, that I am the work of God, and I am wholly lovable and wholly loving, because guess what? You are. You truly are. God has his hands on you. God has worked on you. You are the work of God. Remember that and know that.